You're listening to XVGM Radio. Welcome to XVGM Radio, where the bits keep coming. I'm Niko.
I'm Mike.
I'm Justin.
And I'm Ed.
And welcome to episode 130.
We would like to listen.
That's right.
Yes.
That's such a good title, Niko. Good suggestion.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the
know.
Wii.
So we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Wii's music. And before we came in, Niko, you had mentioned that it's the 20th anniversary of the Wii this year?
Yep, for 2006,
Dude.
2026. I was unintentional, but this is the 20th year of the Wii, so very fitting as well for doing this theme.
That makes me feel ancient.
Absolutely.
I was fresh out of college for just about a year when this happened, living in a small little apartment in Bridgeport with a couple other friends. I remember it well. We then went to Walmart and camped out, and I was the last person admitted in line.
Nice.
They cut off the line right behind me, and I was like, yes!
Nice. I didn't get it when it came out. I got it in 2007 as a graduation present from college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, what about you, Niko?
Y'all talk about college and such. I mean, I was entering middle school
Wow.
when the Wii came out.
You're
I didn't
so
get into
young.
I know, exactly. That's why you had to bring me on. Got to get that youth
That's it.
demographic.
We got to get the youth demographic.
Yes.
Yeah, it did take till 2008 for me to actually get the Wii, so
Okay.
right around high school time. But still, I also, as a throwback to my old username, of course, the Wii guy, figured, this will be fitting too for what we got going on for XVGM Radio for this year and for the
that's
foreseeable
right.
future.
Yeah. What about you, Ed? When
I
did
guess
you
I'll
get
take care of the old man contingent because...
it? Yeah.
You're only a few years older than us.
Yeah, but I already had a 1-year-old kid.
Oh my
and
God.
was living with my girlfriend, now my wife, at the time. And my buddy Todd, who most people might know from, PixelTunes and TheVGMbassy. He and I camped out overnight at Target and got in there, and luckily we were like up near the front of the line.
Okay.
So we pretty much had our pick. So I
Yeah,
picked
yeah.
up Rayman Raving Rabbids.
Yes.
And Twilight Princess.
Yep.
And then extra controller and a nunchuck, and then just went home and played Wii Bowling until I passed out.
Yeah.
The other games remained sealed because it was so much fun.
Yeah, I got Twilight Princess as well. That was the big sale
Yeah, for sure.
title for me. But then I just ended up playing Wii Bowling,
Yeah.
mostly. So
Yeah, I think I got Twilight Princess. There was a Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Budokai game that was a launch title. Yeah, and I don't remember if I got Raving Rabbids when I was there or if I got it later, but I do remember that game distinctly because I was like, what the heck is this? I enjoyed Rayman, but I was like, what is with these Rabbids? Like, what is this whole... And I mean, now they are their own whole thing. Like, it's, what's it, like Rabbids Cross Mario Party or something? There's some...
Yeah, there's the turn-based strategy,
Yeah.
XCOM style game that
Yeah.
Ubisoft puts out, yeah.
And it's just absolutely insane.
Rabbids cooking and
Yeah,
rabbits go to jail. And
wouldn't surprise me. Rabbits save Christmas.
Rabbits save Christmas. Yeah.
Rabbits go to camp.
Yeah.
Who saved Roger Rabbit? Rabbit who killed Roger Rabbit.
What about you, Niko? What was your first game for the Wii?
Definitely Wii Sports because they had the pack-in, but as far as proper non-pack-in, around 2008 it was a bundle. I remember I got Super Paper Mario, Smash Brothers Brawl, and Mario Galaxy, I believe.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I believe so. No, Twilight Princess. Sorry, I remember getting Galaxy at a separate time.
That's a good haul.
I would say so. That was my first introduction, and the first games to play, and all were great. I remember, pretending I was sick just so I could stay home and play those games.
So before we get into the song that we had just played, which everybody knows, it's the Wii Shop music theme by Kazumi Totaka, which was a song that came out on it's the Nintendo Wii system music. So that's the music that you hear when you go into the shop to buy stuff, which we'll talk about in just a bit. But hey, you may be confused because we've got 4 people on and you didn't listen to our past 2 episodes.
I was going to say, you shouldn't be confused if you have been listening.
That's right. But if you are fresh to this episode and this year of XVGM Radio, this is our 8th year, and we are switching it up with quarterly co-hosts. So I will be on year-round, and joining me each month is a different co-host. Coming up, that we're all 4 for this episode, and then next month is me and Ed. The following month is me and Niko, and then Justin will be back in March. And then we'll just kind of round robin that until the cows come home. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. So it should be a fun time. But yeah, we wanted to have everybody on. We normally just have Niko on, but we thought, you know what? We're doing a whole new thing and, a brand new experience. So let's bring everybody in.
It's a hoedown.
About the Wii.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a Wii down.
Yeah, I can't remember whose idea it was, but I'm going to steal credit anyway because because it was me, you, and Niko on the January episodes, and then with the way that we're breaking things up and doing you and somebody else for all the other months, I was like, I feel like it would be really cool to have all of us together to start the year every year. And so I think this is going to be every January, all 4 of us, and then then we break off into the duos throughout the year.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a really good excuse for all of us to get together and BS for a while and just have fun.
For sure.
And it's also kind of celebrating the Wii's marketing as being a group video game system. Lots of people get together and play.
Yeah.
We would like to play was one of their marketing slogans. So
Exactly.
Lots of shots of families around the table. And I had tons of friends over, and we would play games together too, and we would do single player or maybe 2-player at most for the other game systems that we had.
Yeah, we did a lot of making Miis to the point where
oh my god,
on my system, every single Mii that we'd made always ended in UMS. So it'd be steakums or something silly like that. And we put their birthday as 12/12. And so every year, my friends and I will text each other and be like, happy 12/12, happy me birthday, And we've been doing that for 20 years now. So
Wild.
Yeah, pretty crazy. This song that we played, fantastic. It's the song of a generation, if you really think about it. It's,
honestly, there is no song better than this. Every other song that we're going to play is a lesser track, but they are still worth listening to because they are good. But man, I don't know what it was about the Wii Shop music, but it has been remixed, redone, redubbed.
Oh, there are so many lo-fi versions of this. It's not even funny, and they all are bangers.
Yes.
For sure.
And one thing I gotta say that's super disappointing about the Switch, I don't know about the Switch 2 because I don't have a Switch 2, but the Switch, the store has no music.
Yeah.
And I'm just it sounds so hollow. It sounds like I'm just browsing in a store. This is stupid.
Even stores have background music.
Well,
so.
yeah, GameStop has the same ads constantly, but yeah.
And this was also, honestly, I think one of the first consoles to actually have its own kind of music built into it.
Yeah, that's...
I think Neo Geo Pocket Color had music in its menu, but that's a handheld, and it might not even count because this is the first console that really did that.
Yeah.
You could argue the PS2 that menu music if you didn't have a game in the console, but it wasn't really music.
It was kind of a swishing ambient kind of a thing.
Yeah. I was reading something recently where there is something to both the lights on the screen and the sounds that you hear that has to do with the day, the date and time and all that stuff.
No.
It's all. It all corresponds to something, but it's also really hard to call that music because it's more ambient than anything else.
Yeah.
The music, though, in and of itself is, it's some sort of like samba or salsa.
It's a bossa nova.
It's a bossa nova?
right.
That's it. Yeah. And it just works so well. I don't know what it is. It's like the tones that are implemented there sound like something you'd hear in a store if you were going to go
For sure.
shopping.
It's got that kind of like 60s, really traditional, like women shopping in pearls and high heels kind of vibe going for it.
Exactly.
And you are, shopping while you're listening to the song, so
Wearing pearls.
It puts you in the mood.
Right.
Always
right.
wearing pearls.
I'm always wearing pearls. I'm wearing
Especially
pearls
when I
right
play
now.
Wii.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no other way to play the Wii.
Got to get out my Wii pearls.
Like a special box that's just labeled Wii pearls. You got to put them on. Kazumi Tataka, we've talked about quite a bit on this show here and there, but they started off doing X in 1992, the Japanese Game Boy game, which was kind of a predecessor of Star Fox. And I don't know, I'm just going to name a few games here. Zelda Link's Awakening in 93, Mario Super Sluggers, they did voice on. Did a lot of voices.
He's the voice of Yoshi.
Yeah. Which is so weird. Yeah, it did a lot of voice, but sound-wise, let's go Mario Artist Polygon Studio. Was the sound composer on that. And let's do their most recent game for sound. In terms of arrangement or just producing music, Smash Bros. Ultimate in 2018.
And KK Slider from Animal Crossing is based on him.
Okay.
That's his, nickname.
Yeah, we've talked about, Tataka's song, which is like a song, a little ditty.
Yeah, you heard in, Luigi's Mansion and a bunch of the other stuff he worked on.
Yeah, that's Tataka's song. So, anyways, let's move on to our next pick.
Our first pick.
Or our first pick, yeah. So, Nico, you're starting us off. What are you picking?
Woo! All right. Well, for my first pick, I wanted to pick super obscure kind of pick since I only had two, but I was like, I can't. I gotta go with something that, well, granted, everyone knows Mario Party, but for Mario Party 9, which is not well received, but hey, the music in that game, awesome. So from it, I wanted to choose the track Bowser Jr.'s Mad by Toshiki Aida and Ryosuke Asami.
All right.
So there we go.
Let's give it a listen.
Welcome back. You just heard Bowser Jr.'s Mad from Mario Party 9, which of course came out on the Wii in 2012. And that was by Toshiki Aida and Ryusuke Asami.
Cool.
This was awesome, man. I have to say the focus on the horns and the keys really is really what drew me in. Like the horns are really poppy, the syncopation and like the swinginess of it all was really fun. And then just like, I mean, the keys were synth, but and not necessarily piano, but you could tell that they were still like, it was either a keytar or just like a keyboard.
Yeah, a little bit of a retro vibe on those keys.
Yeah,
I know that
was wild.
I know that this should be like a very specific genre of music, but in my mind, it's always been the Chips Ahoy music.
Oh, okay.
That's
swing.
Anytime I hear this type of sound, I'm just like, oh, Chips Ahoy. Commercial music.
I was getting big Tim Fallen, Spider-Man, X-Men, and Arcade's Revenge vibes from the horns.
Oh, okay.
Not the composition.
I was gonna say.
But the overall sound of the brassiness of those horns.
Yeah.
And definitely
My
lost that
goodness.
when the keys came in, because I didn't sound like that at all. But,
No.
Yeah.
you know, listeners, if you don't know me by now, you know I compare everything to Tim Fallen.
In some way.
No, that's actually fair, because I was going to bring that up, because the only other thing I would compare this to is specifically the ending theme from Spider-Man X-Men.
Okay.
That's where I was going for, yeah.
Kind of like, you know, big bandy, kind of just, it's got that jazzy vibe too, which I just love this vibe. And yes, I love those keys, I love those horns. I just love, it's just so energetic. And for just a simple mini game where you're just fighting Bowser Jr. against, you know, just RNG, as there is throughout Mario Party, but 9 had that in spades too. But dang, this tune, it's been in my head ever since I first played this game, which,
Oh man.
I mean,
8 came out
I feel like
first,
not a lot
right?
of people did. Yes.
I think it, well, I mean,
It had to.
I know. I mean, like on the
That's how numbers
Wii.
work, Mike.
No, they released
On
9
the
and then they did
Wii,
8,
for
you know,
the
they
record. I
switched
mean.
Yeah.
I
So,
played that one. I didn't play 9, but I
9 was the
definitely
one where
played.
you're all in the same car together, right?
Yeah, 9 and 10 both have the same cart mechanic.
Oh,
Okay.
so I've played 8.
And
I really
that's-
liked 8.
Yeah, that's when they moved development over to Nextcube. I think it wasn't.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't.
it wasn't Hudson working on it anymore. Yeah.
Well, Hudson at that point was owned by Konami.
Maybe it was Hal that
Yeah,
was working on
8
it.
was the last Hudson Soft developed one, and then
Yeah.
they formed ND Cube.
That's
which,
what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. I really don't like Bowser Jr. Like I am firmly
As
in the
a
camp.
character in general.
Period. He is right on the level of Kiddy Kong with me.
He's like the Scrappy Doo of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Correct. Yes. But I will say, I'm all about the Koopa Kids.
Okay.
I enjoyed the original Koopa Kids.
Yes.
And when they brought them back more recently,
Yeah, it was great.
I was thrilled.
It was
because
awesome.
They'd been just left in the dust since what, Super Mario World, I think, was
Yeah,
probably
like-
the last time that they used them.
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause
Who
they-
was taking care of him?
Daisy, maybe, I don't know.
Birdo.
No, not Daisy.
Birdo.
Daisy got way more stuff going on. Yeah, Birdo.
There's nothing going on in Sarasaland.
It's like 5 kingdoms, dude.
Daisy's the mayor of New Dog City.
No. That's what's her
Pauline,
name? That's
sorry.
Pauline. God, get your princesses
I'm trying,
right.
man.
Is Pauline a princess?
All those women look the same.
Is Pauline a princess?
Is Pauline a princess? No, she's a mayor.
She is now.
Yeah.
No, Pauline was just Plumber's girlfriend in Donkey
Right.
Kong.
Right.
Well, right, but then
No
they brought her back
specific-
in Odyssey, I think.
But she was the mayor. in
Yeah,
Odyssey.
she was the mayor
Yeah.
of New Dog City.
Yeah.
There's still a position of authority.
Right, I guess. Yeah.
All
Well,
right, all
well,
right.
what about Rosalina then? What's she?
She's like the queen of the universe.
She's the
isn't
mayor of the stars.
Mayor of the
she? Mayor of space.
Star Mayor.
And she looks really good on a motorbike.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know. All right. So, tell us about the composers on this one, Niko.
Yes, let me give you the little lowdown on these folks here. Toshiki Aida, who is, I believe, probably the prominent composer of this, first started off doing music on a PlayStation 2 game. Well, special thanks on Parappa the Rapper on PSP, but proper music, Sengoku Basara X. Then it sees like they weren't with Nintendo at first. They were just, I guess, a probably freelancer around. You got Suzumaya Haru no Gekido, Rolling Stone Drum King, A Witch's Tale. And then, of course, we get to Mario Party 9 in 2012. And then they did music for Wii Party U, Mario Party 10, Mario Party Star Rush, Super Mario Party. So they kind of had, I guess, the control of being the main music composer after 9 for the series.
Yeah.
And of course, their last game being Mario Party Superstars that they are credited on. Same with Clubhouse Games 51.
I love Clubhouse
they
games.
did.
Yes.
So fun.
Clubhouse is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I played on the DS a lot.
And that was, their last one with Mario Party Superstars. But whereas Ryosuke Asami, much smaller catalog with only Mario Party 9 and Wii Party U.
Okay.
So I guess they just had a short-lived tenure at Nintendo during that time.
Sounds like. Let's get into the next track. This is my pick, and it's from a game called Step to the Beat, also known as Walk It Out. This came out on the Wii in 2010, and we're going to be listening to Belmont's Destiny by Kinuyo Yamashita. That was Belmont's Destiny by Kinuyo Yamashita off of Step to the Beat, better known as Walk It Out, on the Wii. Came out in 2010. This was a unique pick.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it was a unique pick for you as far as the track itself goes.
Right.
But the game for sure.
Yeah. This was one I found very recently doing some research, and found it and was just like, oh wow, this is really cool. Like, I didn't even know this existed. The game itself is like I guess it's a sequel to DDR, like a sister series to DDR.
Like a spin-off kind of a thing?
Yeah, a little bit. And it's a walking game. And
so it's DDR for wusses.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But yeah, like you literally put like the thing in your pocket and then you just walk around, and it's like walk to the beat.
Place.
Yeah, march in place, I guess.
It's got a very walking kind of cadence to it, so it makes sense.
It does, yeah. Yamashita came back to do 2 songs for this game. This game has tons of music, licensed stuff, not non-licensed stuff. It's got like hundreds of tracks from Konami composers and all sorts of composers. But she did 2 tracks, Belmont's Destiny and Holiday Waltz, which I'm sure that's like some sort of Christmas themed song. So pretty cool. This one, obviously the Castlevania vibes are pretty strong here. But it's interesting because she hasn't composed for a Castlevania game since Vampire Killer, which was kind of like a pseudo remake of the first game. So yeah, and then she was one of the primary composers on the very first Castlevania game. So to hear this, it was refreshing to hear like a return to the old Castlevania sound. Like, this is what I would picture an 8-bit NES Castlevania song to sound like in like a modern era.
Yeah. If there was like a CD attachment for the NES,
right?
Yeah,
that's
I
what
totally
this would
get that
sound like.
for sure.
Yeah, I do think maybe a little bit towards the middle / end of the track, it kind of peters out a little bit, and I think it like shifts more into that like walking vibe a little bit harder. It
Yeah.
introduces like some weird sound effects and stuff that you start hearing.
There's
throughout
less
the
melody,
track.
more groove and percussion going on.
Yeah,
Right,
I was
right,
gonna say
right.
it gets more. It feels like it gets busier towards that section.
Right.
Which is I was gonna question what you were saying because I was like, I don't think it really peters out because it gets more busy. But you're talking about the actual like.
Right. I'm
See,
talking
this
more
is
of the melody.
Simon going to work,
Right.
and he's thinking about Castlevania on the bus. And he's imagining himself as a vampire hunter.
Yeah,
But then when
yeah.
he actually clocks in, he's just like on an assembly line and he's putting clocks together.
Yeah, as one does. In the clock tower, no
yeah,
less.
there you go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think about this one, Nico?
That's pretty good. Definitely mic coded because it's Castlevania related.
For sure.
It's good. I could definitely walk to this. Like I could go outside and put this on and feel awesome and walk just like a Belmont, like with the freaking
The brawler
couple
walk.
frame animation. Yeah, like the classic style Belmont walk.
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
NES.
Yeah.
But definitely good. I definitely like what the guitar does in this track, which is like very common. But I just love that it's Kunio Yamashita. She's great.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, super straightforward melodies and harmonies. Really good stuff. Love the guitar work here. Yeah, I will say, Justin, you really should check out the rest of that soundtrack because I think there's a ton that, like, I know you're a big DDR guy. I think you'll really dig it. So
Yeah, I'd not heard of this one. Although what you were describing, where like you walk around, you put the Wiimote in your pocket or whatever. That reminds me, like I had Wii Fit and Wii Fit U with the balance board and everything, and there were like that was literally some of the exercises. Is put the thing in your pocket.
yeah,
and
you can use the
walk
balance
around.
board too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, in
for
this
the-
game?
In this game, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Right when you turn on the game, I don't own the game, but I saw video footage of it. But it shows you the logo for the Wii balance board. So you could use the balance board, you could use the Wiimote and something else I can't remember. But
That's neat. This might be another good excuse to pull some of that stuff out of Hawk.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty neat. The song later appeared on a classroom version of DDR.
Classroom.
Yeah, they called it DDR Classroom Edition. It was something that was created around I think it was 2013 or so to try to fight obesity. So it was like a classroom thing that Konami paired with public schools or something. I don't know.
neat.
Pretty neat.
Interesting.
Yeah. Kinyo Yamashita started off with the very first Castlevania game back in 1986. This is the 40th anniversary this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And did a bunch of stuff for Konami, stuff like King Kong 2, Ikari no Megaton Punch, Hinotori Hohen Gai no Boken in 1987 on the Famicom, Arumana no Kiseki in 1987, again on the Famicom disk system. So
That was one of the first tracks we ever played on PixelTunes.
yeah,
Episode 1.
yeah. Power Blade in 91, so they left Konami and they moved over to Natsume. They were making games like Power Blade 2, Pocky and Rocky, Mega Man X3, which they did through Minakuchi engineering staff. They were freelance, I believe, at that point, or hired on as a hired gun. And then she did some Medarot games, Medarot R, Metabots, Metabee, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Wrath of the Dark King on the Game Boy Advance. Their last game was Walk It Out. So, yeah, she has not done much since, but, good stuff. Always a fan of Kinyo. So, yeah, let's move into Ed's first pick.
All right, so unlike Nico, I decided to go very obscure with at least one of my picks. This is a Japan-only release called Kiki Trick. This was released on the Wii in 2012. The track is called Mimi Pro Contest, and it's by Daisuke Shiba, Shinji Ushiroda, and Shinobu Nagata. That jazzy, funky tune was Mimi Pro Contest from Kiki Trick, released in Japan and the Wii in 2012. That was composed by Daisuke Shiba, Shinji Ushiroda, and Shinobu Nagata. Fun track. Very synthy, but Mike and I were shouting back and forth random things and kind of like the pauses between musical phrases.
It was like, I was like, Mr. Rogers, and you're like, Big Bird.
And Niko, listening remotely, thought that was actually part of the song.
It's still getting to me right now. So,
it was funny in person. I can only imagine how funny it was listening remotely, not seeing what was going on directly, and then finding out at the end, like, oh, that wasn't actually part of the song.
I mean,
because we were dropping F-bombs.
Right. I was like, F yeah. And you were still like, nope, that's part of the song. I'm totally in on that. Yep.
Nintendo releases swear words in Japan. It's totally fine. Different culture over there.
Right. This game looks like a fever dream. I love the song, by the way. Like, super fun, very family 1970s like Sesame Street vibes.
Yeah, and I feel like it had a Wii vibe because I knew we were coming in with the Shop Channel music, and I'm like, this feels like a steroided up kind of older brother of that kind of music.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with the swears and all, that makes sense.
Of course.
Yeah, right.
And all the copyrighted IPs in the middle.
Right.
Justin, what did you think of the music?
So, I mean, I thought it was fantastic. Like, it was very upbeat, very chill and groovy, which is what a lot of the other Wii, like the Wii Shop music, I thought was very chill and groovy. Chuvy, yeah, or grill, but yeah, no, it fits in with what we are playing on this episode.
Get it?
But yeah, I've not heard this one, and I gotta say, like, I was really into just that melody and like the almost like call and response. Like there wasn't truly a call and response, but they were doing the call and we were doing the response.
Yes, we were.
Yeah. What about you, Niko? I mean, aside from all the obvious stuff.
Yes. My brain is still... I'm listening to it, but every time I happen to the song, the things you were saying, these guys just helped improve this song massively.
Right.
But it's great. I love how just cute it is. Like, and, oh God, my brain is all...
We broke Niko. We really did break.
We gotta influence the right people to like have them play this song live in Japan somewhere, so we can sit in the audience and shout. When they
right.
do
Yeah.
I was gonna say we need to release the XVGM cut or the XVGM mix.
Oh, that'd be funny. It'd be like a fun Patreon exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's great. If you just played this for me and didn't tell me at all what it is, I would have totally guessed it was like a Kirby song.
Oh yeah.
It almost has a HAL vibe going on with it.
And I really love Kirby music, so I guess that makes sense why I was vibing with it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I do like that you went with an obscure game. Of course, Japan only. This game obviously, yes, looks super wacky, but it's definitely, it's got a cuteness to it, which I'm sure plenty of the soundtrack is like this.
This looks like Tomodachi Life had a baby with Rhythm Fever, like the Rhythm Heaven series.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like visually, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Katamari, like kind of spiced in.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. It's like the gameplay is like you'll hear like a nonsense phrase being spoken in like that Nintendo kind of like that synth voice that they use in like Tomodachi Life and stuff. And
dabba-doo dabba.
And the players have to choose the next word, the next nonsense word in the phrase.
Okay.
And you get points if more people choose the same as you, and you don't want to be the only person choosing a different phrase.
I now
so
know
it's kind of
why this
like,
didn't come over.
Yeah, it's very vibe based, and it's like a lot of luck, and it doesn't really work well as a single player game at all. So I think maybe that's why, with all the American releases, they tried to make sure that you can at least play single player and have fun.
Right.
This one really requires at least like 3 or 4 people to really. It's very party oriented.
It's pretty wild though. So this came out in 2012. Right, on the Wii, and then it came out in 2017 on the Wii U.
Yeah,
they
just
ported it over.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's like an eShop re-release.
Yeah.
But that was about it. There's I guess the host is called Noise, who is a spirit in the Smash Brothers. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's really the only time he's ever like anything or anyone from Kiki has ever appeared in like an American release.
Oh, okay.
So, kind of a cool little underrated gem, worth checking out. I don't think you need to know like a lot of Japanese to be able to play it. Like maybe to get through the menus, but once you're in the game, it's all gobbledygook. So you don't have to know the language to be able to play. So
that's cool.
It'd be fun to get together with some friends and try it out sometime.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That is neat, yeah.
A little bit on the composers. Daisuke Shiba worked for Nintendo SPD between 2005 and 2013. Worked on games like English Training and the Tomodachi Collection. Probably why you got some Tomodachi vibes from that. Fossil Fighters, Jam with the Band, Excite Bike World Rally, Kiki Trick, and Style Savvy Trendsetters in 2012 were his two last soundtracks for Nintendo. Shinji Ushiroda worked on Excitebox Trick Racing, America's Test Kitchen, Let's Get Cooking.
Oh boy.
Amazing Wii shovelware. But then like big stuff like Donkey Kong Country Returns, Rhythm Heaven Fever, Miitopia in 2016, which had a really good soundtrack, and then did environment sound support for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Oh, sweet.
Is a very recent release as of this show.
Yeah.
Shinobu Nagata, she has been working for Nintendo since around 2000. Did some event music for Animal Crossing and boss music for Luigi's Mansion. Worked on stuff like Mario Sunshine, Mario Kart DS, Kiki Trick, of course, and then Animal Crossing New Horizons was her last game in 2020. So a lot of Nintendo stalwarts here, a lot of them still working for Nintendo, and we'll probably hear some more stuff from them in the future.
Cool. All right, Justin, you're up.
All right, well, speaking of something that sounds kind of Kirby-esque, this is going to be from Kirby's Epic Yarn, a 2010 Wii game that was composed by Tomoya Tomita, and the track we're going to listen to is called Mushroom Run.
Hey, it's your Uncle Tony who works at Nintendo. We know families have a lot of choices when it comes to picking hardware for video games. From Microsoft to Sony, Steam Decks, Apple, and Google products. It's a laundry list full of confusing technology. And since we're scared of technology, it's time to return to the past with a product for the future. Introducing Weed. You played the Nintendo Wii? You suffered through the Nintendo Wii U. Yeah, we heard all the ambulance jokes, trust us. Well now, we're announcing our new upcoming system, a whole generation early. Switch 2 is dead. It's time to get weed. That's right, we're going back to motion sensor controls with a brand new controller called the Waggle, composed of 2 pieces called the Wiggle and the Wongle. When placed together into the controller dock, they become the Waggle. But wait, there's more. For an additional $59.99, you can buy a classic Switch controller styled Waggle. Plus, with a new Virtual Console Plus Beta Ultra service, pay $59.99 a year for ROMs of all your favorite Game Gear, Atari Lynx, and Virtual Boy games. Now conveniently stored in one easy-to-use but horrifically slow online store. And our online system is running at the speed of light. Or in this case, a 56K dial-up modem. That's right, return to a time when dial-up was a thing with the fastest dial-up speeds currently available. It's so retro, it's slow-mo. Buy the latest Nintendo Wii system in 2031, with pre-orders selling out as early as next Tuesday. And remember, when you get Nintendo, you get weed.
You're listening to XVGM Radio, where the bits just keep coming.
All right, welcome back. That was Mushroom Run from Kirby's Epic Yarn, the 2010 Wii game composed by Tomoya Tomita. And if it isn't obvious by what we heard there, I definitely picked that one because of the strong piano focus. It's very kind of minimal. You know, there's a few other things going on in there, but it mostly focuses on that really cute and jaunty piano.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. Tomoya Tomita's music has been kind of like a mainstay in my house because when the kids were little, they used to love playing Yoshi's Woolly World. That was made by Good Feel, and this game is also made by Good Feel.
Yeah, it was kind of a spiritual successor.
Yeah, Tomita's kind of like their in-house composer at this point, so the soundtracks sound very similar. And I almost kind of like see that piano piece as almost like, it's a very simple kind of jaunty tune. It almost feels like, you know, you see like a 12-year-old girl sitting down in front of a piano and like kind of playing along.
I was just thinking that.
People
Or
come
like,
in with instruments
or like a ballet recital.
Yeah, it just feels really fun and lighthearted and simple, but fills parents with joy and stuff, which I think is, you know, absolutely the vibe they were going for with this piece.
Yeah. It was fun to listen to, and I was trying to picture where this would actually fit in the game itself, but I was thinking like maybe a cutscene or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember because I own that game and I've played it. And it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
so.
I also own it and have played it. It has been a very long time, so I don't remember it too well. Like I remember
Kirby's Epic Yarn. Did you say Yoshi? I think you said Yoshi.
Oh, I might have.
yeah.
Kirby's Epic Yarn. Yoshi's Woolly World.
Right.
2 games that are fairly similar.
They are.
Have both of them. The Yoshi game is for the Wii U. Yeah. This was re-released on the Wii U, but it came out in the Wii originally in 2010. Super, super cute. Everything about it, I thought it was really cool. Like I enjoyed the textures that they did. I thought the level design was a lot of fun. This was 2-player, I believe, right?
Yeah. One of the players could be Kiki or whatever the heck.
Prince Yarn.
Yeah.
Prince Yarn. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yep.
And my wife and I played it together, and it was a good time. I think the Game Grumps also played this. I may have watched them play part of it. There's something about Kirby games that are usually fairly cozy. Some of the games, I think, like, what is it, Star Riders or
Air Riders?
Air Riders is somewhat intense, but Kirby is a relatively chill IP.
Oh yeah, for sure. The games are made for kids for the most part.
I think the enemy, like the bosses, though, like the final bosses, those fights usually get pretty intense in most Kirby games.
Yeah,
they can. I mean, they're not as intense as say like Mega Man bosses,
right.
Like that.
Yeah.
But they have patterns. There's a certain way you have to defeat them,
and the game will start holding your hand if you're really struggling with it too. So
yeah,
which is by design.
Yep.
What about you, Niko?
Oh, I love this. I was so happy when I saw that because I love Kirby's Epic Yarn so much. I mean, yeah, it's an easy game. There's not much of a challenge. It's almost like just simulator of experiencing the soundtrack while you breeze through this easy game, but it's still a fun game. I do love that track you chose, which is from World 3, I believe. The Mushroom Run, the Treat Land, because they're all the different lands, of course, made of yarn and all the colorful, all that. And also it's Prince Fluff, my bad, but still, the character you can play, blue guy, it's so good. I don't know what he tapped into to compose this soundtrack like this, but I love it. So just like fun and it gets a little emotional. Some tracks get to me because I mean I kind of grew up with this game, so I love a lot of the tracks, even the definitely some of the heavier ones even too, like some of the boss themes, especially near the end. It gets really good.
So how old were you in 2010?
Let's not think about that right now. Oh God, what, 18? I was just on the verge, so like coming out of the teen years. So it's
You were a
like,
wee
I
pup.
still enjoyed the stuff like this. I was never deterred being like, it looks like it's too kidsy. I was just like, oh, it's Kirby. This looks fun. I love this.
Right.
Yes, great track choice. I mean, you could choose any of them, and I would have been like, heck yeah, this is awesome.
All right,
Nice.
Justin, tell us a little bit about Tomoya Tomita.
Yes, Tomoya has a long, positively storied past here. Started out doing sound design on Quarth in 1990 on the MSX. The first music composition credit I see here is for SD Snatcher in 1990 on the MSX. They were very busy in 1990, many games all throughout the 90s. They did sound design on Castlevania Dracula X in 95 on the SNES. Wario Land Shake It in 2008 on the Wii, an interesting game. And music and sound effects, obviously Kirby's Epic Yarn, Wii Play Motion in 2011 on the Wii, Yoshi's Woolly World, as Ed said, on the Wii U, and the 3DS music and sound effects. And their most recent credit is from 2025. I think the game is called Go? G-O-G-H. It could be Goff. GOG, yeah.
Maybe Go like Van Gogh.
Right, which is why I said it could be Goff, because the British pronounce it Van Gogh.
Yeah, but they also put a U in color.
That's
so,
true.
You know.
I have no idea what it is or how it's pronounced, but it is.
We just lost all of our UK listeners.
We absolutely did.
Yeah.
All 25 of them.
Right.
But yeah, that was done last year, 2025. We're now in 2026. Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Tomita's a good candidate for a Composer Spotlight episode.
Oh, yeah.
A
A lot of good stuff in his collection.
Yeah.
I agree. We are looping back.
Yeah, back up to the top. Nico.
Oh my goodness, already. Which means it's the last pick of mine. Oh.
And you'll never be back on the show again.
Well, it was a good run, folks.
A mushroom run.
All right, yes. And now this is definitely a super obscure pick I found and kind of set off the whole thing of wanting to do a Wii theme also, was this one specific track. So what I got for you is the wonderfully aptly named Tunas Flying Through the Sky from Wacky World of Sports. I know it's hilarious sounding, but trust me, you hear this? Oh, so good. And that is by Tsukasa Tuwada.
Awesome. I'm in. Let's do it.
Hey, welcome back. You just heard Tunas Flying Through the Sky from Wacky World of Sports, the Wii game released in 2009 by Tsukasa Tuwada. And what can I say? Well, actually, no. What can you guys say? What do you think?
Wow, I never thought Tunas Flying Through the Sky would be something that I'd be like, yeah, that's something I want to continue listening to. It's a weird thing, but no, that was so poppy and upbeat. I mean, Ed mentioned during the break, I think we have a theme for this or a vibe for this episode, and I mean, absolutely, so wild, a very, very wacky song. I mean, not to steal the words of the title of the game here, Wacky World of Sports.
So sports.
So sports, very world.
Very world, much
Such
wacky.
Very tuna, much flying.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, I love the fast pace of it, and I just love that it's so bright and happy. Like I see like a 10-year-old dancing to ska, except this is ska. It's just like having a good time.
Have you ever seen that meme about ska? That ska music sounds like a 12-year-old found mozzarella sticks
Yep.
and an extra mozzarella stick in the oven or something like that. Yeah. That's pretty spot on. I love this. It was great. It was super energetic, super fun, and frantic, but frantic in like the right ways, like just really exciting to listen to. I will say the sound effect, I know it's supposed to represent like maybe like a bobbling tuna in there, that wow, like that.
A little record scratchy thing.
Yeah. But to me, it sounded like if you've ever played Super Castlevania 4, the ectoplasm enemy, when you kill it, it's like that stretchy, multicolored thing that goes.
Oh, okay.
It sounded like that, but sped up.
To me, it sounded like when Yoshi gets hit.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Have that similar sound.
Numerous sounds.
But fun. I mean, I think, like Justin said, we have a vibe. We should almost call like the episode like we would like to swing, but maybe that gives the wrong impression.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, wait, what?
4 dudes. No, it was really good, and it's kind of following that whole theme we have of like Nintendo music, like taking a genre, kind of tweaking it just a little bit to make it more playful, more fun, a little more energetic, like video gamifying classic genres of music. And this just is a great example of it. You know, and I think those little record scratches really do add to it, whether they're like distracting or not. It just makes it a little bit more playful, and I think it really probably fits with the visuals in the game, the cartoony fun stuff going on.
Oh yeah, as the title implies in sports, basically the thing you would do with like the big heavy ball that you swing around and then release, it's that, but with a tuna, with a big fish.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And it's technically the second stage you go through. There's like 2 stages of all like these sports in this game, and this is like the second one, which I'm glad they chose this one for the selection where I found this track too, because there's like not much about this game either, like barely any videos, barely much. The soundtrack is uploaded on YouTube, but like barely any views. So like again, this is obscure in that just nobody's checked this game out. They probably just thought, whatever, sports game, but it's by Sega, and it does look fun, and the soundtrack is this wacky too. Other tracks have different themes and vibes going on, and all I can say is that when I discovered this, I was in a specific state of mind, and I dubbed this the perfect video game song. Not the best video game song, but the perfect video game song. If y'all know what I mean,
I do.
Let me know.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Gotcha. I think the sport or the event that you were describing sounds like the hammer throw. You're talking about like it's a ball on the end of a thing, and the person like spins around a couple times and releases it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the hammer throw. That's really funny.
A
doing
tuna
a hammer
throw.
with a tuna.
The tuna throw, yeah.
Amazing.
That's great.
All right. Well, now I believe I should tell you about the wonderful composer Tsukasa Tuwada that composed this wonderful soundtrack and song. Pretty good history of games that he's done. Starting out with some NES, some Famicom games that I know very well, like Druid, the Japanese version of Maniac Mansion, Wampum, Moon Crystal, the unreleased but awesome game, Moon Crystal, with a great soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Done various other games, Dungeon Master, Super Nintendo, Kyo Flying Squadron 1 and 2, Mech Warrior on the Super Nintendo. Got into some of those like horse racing and like stable management games, the Thoroughbred Breeder.
Oh, yeah.
Like on the Super Nintendo and such. Yeah,
those are pretty big in Japan.
And good soundtracks on those too. But what is probably most well known, that most people probably know about Tsukasa Tuwada, is being the composer for Pokemon Coliseum like S games. Pokemon Coliseum, XD Gale of Darkness, Battle Revolution. Also did Pokemon Troze on DS. Of course, Wacky World of Sports there in 2009, coming up into the Wii and DS era here, and then got invested, or I guess hired to do a lot of the Harvest Moon games, like Harvest Moon 3D on 3DS, Skytree Village, Light of Hope, Mad Dash, just all those. Pokemon Cafe Mix, and Harvest Moon The Winds of Anthos, which is their last official credit as of 2023.
I've literally never heard of this game, by the way. Wacky World of Sports.
Yes, I tried to find it at our Portland Retro Gaming Expo last year, and of all the vendors, like the 150, nobody had this game, and it's like a $10 game on eBay. So I'm like, why would you not bring this game, this amazing sounding game?
Yeah,
maybe I'll keep an eye out for it at Too Many Games when I go
Definitely. It's like I said, I've checked it out, like the videos, and it looks fun. I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of the motion control shiz, but I mean, it's, that's as was typical 2009.
Yeah.
The like peak of the Wii, I guess.
A third-party Wii game with motion control issues?
No.
Oh, who would have thought?
Never.
But
That's cool.
Hey, they did it well.
Nice.
I would also make a special shout out to the if you want to check out like all the other tracks, just look up Chin tracks, because in Japan it's called Chin Sports. I don't know what the Chin means. I should probably look that up, but definitely check that out, because this is from a official soundtrack release, which I was also very shocked. Like, how did this game and some of the songs get an official soundtrack release? But it's Sega also. I just thank you. I bless them for gracing this upon us.
Bless those rains down in Africa.
Bless them down on the wacky world.
Tunas in the sky.
That's it.
Yes, bless them down upon me.
Yeah, I think Mike, last night when we were doing the After Dark, you were talking about Sega, the Sega soundtracks.
Oh, yeah, the Sega tunes.
The Sega tunes. That's
Yeah.
Yep. So that makes sense. Nifty.
Cool. All right, my last pick of this episode is going to be from a little game called The Last Story. This is one of the final Wii games that came out in 2012. And this track is Death Dance, and it's by Nobuo Uematsu. Oh man, that was Death Dance by Nobuo Uematsu off of The Last Story, which came out on the Wii in 2012. What are your thoughts on this, gentlemen?
Damn.
Yeah, it reminded me of the soundtrack to the Final Fantasy VII PSP game, Crisis Core.
Oh, yeah.
It was very Uematsu-coded hard rock soundtrack. And when those squealy meadlies, like the arpeggios, came in at the beginning, I was like, oh yeah, fight theme for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the opening sounded almost exactly like the Black Mage's, I believe it's Battle at the Bridge, which I think is a Final Fantasy V battle track.
Yeah.
Either way, I could be wrong, maybe it's not that one, but whatever it is, people who know Black Mages and Nobuo Uematsu know the track that this sounds like.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely Uematsu battle theme.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. I worship the ground he walks on and the sheet music that he writes on.
I picked this one for you, Justin.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Much love. Much love.
Get a room.
We did. It's here.
Fair.
You're in it.
8 years. You're in it too. So, Last Story, this track is awesome. This is the final boss theme as well.
Oh.
And that is a hard boss. A really great game, but that was a very difficult boss. To the point where, like, I got sick of hearing this song because, like, I died so many times on the final boss. And, you know, I would have to restart, and then I'd hear the and I'm like... Oh
Me with one-winged angel, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So... what about you, Niko? What are your thoughts on this one?
Oh yeah, this is so good. That is some good Uematsu vibes going on. There's always like that hint of like progness that's like seeping through like all his work, especially for anything like JRPG that he does.
Yeah.
And you said this is for the final boss too?
I believe that this is the final boss track. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's pretty great for a final. I will almost obviously can't. I mean, top like the One-Winged Angel or Dancing Mad, but I mean, still for a final boss theme, this I would rank it up there too. I'd have to give this whole soundtrack a listen to also to get that like.
It's really good.
feel.
The soundtrack's awesome. I know when he was composing it, he really struggled because he wanted to go in a more like movie direction, less game direction, and so that I guess that was kind of difficult for him. Which I'm like. Nothing is difficult for you. Uematsu, come on. But this was one of 3 games that were dubbed the Operation Rainfall games. Got released in Japan, and there was much debate about whether or not they were going to get brought over. It was this game, Xenoblade Chronicles,
and
Pandora's Tower. So many of us wrote into Nintendo to be like, hey, I will buy this game if you release it. And then I did. I bought all 3 games. And then, you know, the games sat on my shelf. I did play Xenoblade a little bit initially, but then, like, Last Story, I think I popped it in for, like, 5 minutes and was like, I'll get back to this later. And then years later, I reviewed it, and that's when I played through the whole thing and just, like, totally loved it. I mean, like, I mentioned this the last time we covered this, which was actually a Niko episode, which was episode 109. I believe, Emotional VGM with Niko back in 2024. Yeah. Or,
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Almost to the day.
Wow.
Wow. But, yeah, this was an emotional game for me. I really fell in love with the characters, and this is, like, one of maybe 3 instances which I cried during, like, the end, like, a part of the game where, like, a character died, and I was like, I can't believe this! So, yeah. It was good times, though. Really, really fun game. It's an action RPG, but it has like different tactical and stealth elements in the gameplay, which is really cool. As far as what it's about, I'll keep it pretty simple, but it's a Wii action RPG about a band of mercenaries led by the aspiring knight Zale, seeking fortune on Lazarus Island, where they get entangled in a war with beast-like Garak, who honestly just looks like the beast mode Ganon, and they discovered that Zale has a mysterious power, leading to themes of love, friendship, political intrigue, and a dying world, all centered around a classic JRPG adventure with a unique tactical combat system. So yeah, he's got this thing called the Mark of the Outsider, which allows him to draw like these different abilities that you can use. You can control the characters through like AI, so you're basically telling them like what to do, and then they're they're going and doing it.
A
So
little bit of tactics in there.
yeah, it's pretty unique gameplay wise for like an action RPG. And I'm not normally a strategy guy, but this had enough of the action aspect of it that like I was still able to like really get into it. And once you like get a groove into the like combat, it becomes really fun and different. So and
It's
then
kind of like Vagrant Story the way you're describing it? Or?
a little bit. I mean, it's got like, I'm trying to remember, but it's got like a wheel, if I recall, as far as like what you're able to do. And then through that, I think you can choose different things that you want different characters to do.
Okay.
And then, of course, Zale himself has like the primary things that like only Zale can do. Like the Mark of the Outsider grants some unique abilities like drawing enemy attention, stuff like that. So it's
cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, Zale becomes involved with a noblewoman named Callista, and it's very much kind of like, she doesn't want to get married to this guy who's a total douche, but he ends up, she's like, no, never mind, and then it's a whole thing. So really cool. Love the whole cast of characters. It's a ragtag group of misfits. It's really fun.
Yeah, I remember I started this, and I don't think I got more than an hour or so into it. I need to go back to it because like I want to play this game. I've wanted to play this game for 15 years.
I think you'll love it. I really do think you'll really enjoy it. Yeah. So good times.
Gotta get that Wii out of Hawk.
That's it. Nobuo Uematsu, I don't know. We've talked to death about him. I mean, we play him on every other episode, pretty much, it feels like. So, Final Fantasy.
Rad Racer. Yeah.
Rad Racer.
That's it. That's all he's known for.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Never done anything else. Just one Final Fantasy game and one Rad Racer
One
game.
Final Fantasy.
Just one. Yeah. So, let's get to Ed's next pick.
All right, we're going to continue some hard rock and tunes. Much less emotional game, though. This is Excite Truck.
This didn't make you cry?
Maybe with the controls. This came out of the Wii in 2006. This is the post-race theme from Kenji Yamamoto and Masaru Tajima. All right, that was Excite Truck. Put your neck braces back on, ladies and gentlemen. Came out on the Wii in 2006. That was the post-race theme from Kenji Yamamoto and Masaru Tajima. Just a balls-to-the-wall rockin' tune.
I got one thing to say about this song.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
What is that?
And the opening guitar riff is just entirely chromatics. It's
Right.
like, it's the most abrasive sounding. And I mean, I like music like that, so it caught my attention. Excite Trucks was one of the games that I owned way back in the day for the Wii, and it's fun. I kind of disparaged the controls a little bit when we came into the music, but it is still fun once you get the hang of it. And my brother and I would have fun playing like split screen, and most of the music is really like hard rock. You race through a couple different countries, and the songs are all kind of like stereotypically like, Kenya would have a little bit more of a jungly theme. Exactly.
Right.
With heavy guitars over it.
Yeah. And wah, 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 in the back. Every song has that.
Sitar in India, I assume.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought, when I was looking through soundtracks to play, I was kind of surprised that it was Kenji Yamamoto, because it doesn't sound a lot like a lot of his other stuff.
No.
I mean, he likes kind of like a heavy industrial style tune when he composed, especially for like Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
But, this was just like almost southern rock for the most part.
It sounded like a mix between like southern rock and like 80s metal. Like, not the entire thing, but parts of the song reminded me of something that I would hear on WPLR in like the late 80s, early 90s, because that's what my dad listened to in the car.
We're always flipping it onto the middle of a guitar solo.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nico?
I like this track. It's got that heavy guitar that reminds me of certain other games.
It kind of reminded me of AC/DC a little bit.
Yeah, there we go. That's actually what I was trying to think of the group.
Very hard rock.
Like the ba 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 kind of reminded me of Big Guns a little bit.
Yeah.
And mind you, this is the song that plays during the results screen after the race.
Yeah, it's like, wow, how much compared to the other tracks.
So
This is the post.
Yeah, the soundtrack does not let up. It is brutal the entire way through. Nintendo really wanted to bring home the fact that this was like an action, muddy, kind of big kids game. But it was weird. You would hold it, this was like one of the first games where you'd hold the Wii remote like a steering wheel, and you could like lift it up to jump over, and then you like flatten it back out to like land properly. So it used kind of some of the mechanics from the original NES Excite Bike, but brought it into like a 3D universe with the Excite Trucks. And then they took that even further with the sequel Excite Bots that came out a few years later, which Yamamoto also did the soundtrack for. So overall, it was pretty cool. I mean, I had a lot of fun with it when I was not a kid. I was like in my 20s when I played it, but a game that I haven't played in a very long time, and this soundtrack kind of makes me nostalgic. I want to go back to play it again.
Cool.
Have you guys played a lot of Kenji Yamamoto on the show? I mean, I've listened to most of your episodes, but I don't remember too much.
Don't think so.
All right, we'll talk a little bit about him. Debuted way back in 1987 as the composer for good old Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on the NES, and then did some other stuff, Famicom Wars, which was a Japan-only release, the music for the Super Scope 6, Super Metroid, of course, kind of started his whole Metroid career, Mario Kart Super Circuit. He also coincidentally did work as a sound supervisor on Kiki Trick, which was my last track. I didn't even realize that there was a little serendipity there. Worked on, like I said, Excitebox. He was the music chief through Space, Fossil Fighters Champions. Towards like the 2010s and onward, he mostly became like sound support, sound director, music director for a lot of Nintendo stuff. Masaru Tajima has a lot of similar credits to Kenji Yamamoto, basically because he was like subordinate under Kenji Yamamoto. So, if you see both of their names on a soundtrack, that usually means that, Yamamoto would be the senior sound guy and would be kind of like directing Tajima. So, Through Space, a lot of the Metroid Prime games under his name as well, WarioWare Touched.
Including the newest one.
Yeah, absolutely. They both worked on Metroid Prime 4. So, obviously you're going to hear more from them. And I haven't really listened to the Metroid Prime 4 soundtrack yet. How is it? Have you...
I haven't gotten very far in the game. I'm like maybe an hour in. It's great. I mean, it sounds like other Metroid Prime music.
Yeah, which
to
I
me.
really like. So
Yeah.
Looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a good game so far. I'm enjoying it, but
Sweet.
yeah. All right. Well,
That's
that
all I
brings
got.
us to our final track for the episode, Justin.
Yes, closing us out here.
With a great one.
With a great one. Xenoblade Chronicles is the name of the game. Another 2010 Wii release. The track is called Prologue B, and I forgot that there's a million composers on this. So we'll talk about Yoko Shimomura, Tomori Kudo, Hiroyo Yamanaka, Kenji Hiramatsu, Manami Kiyota, and Yasunori Mitsuda in just a moment. Welcome back. That was Prologue B from Xenoblade Chronicles, the 2010 Wii game. It was composed by a bunch of people named Yoko Shimomura, Tomori Kudo, Hiroi Yamanaka, Kenji Hiramatsu, Manami Kiyota, and Yasunori Mitsuda.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. So intense. What a way to end this episode.
Good.
We started off swinging and ended hard.
Oh, man. That's
what happens.
That's when you leave a potato in the microwave too long.
Yeah. Or when you're doing stuff on the highway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Highway stuff.
In your Excite truck.
In your Excite truck.
Oh, man. Questionable things. Yeah. This game is fantastic. Mm-hmm. It's so good. It's one of my favorite JRPGs in the past, 10 years. 20 years.
And the soundtrack matches the quality of the game.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's super epic. love all the music in this game. It's all so good.
This is another one of those Operation Rainfall games, and this is one of the many reasons why people wanted to bring it over. I mean, aside from the fact that the story and the gameplay is good, the music on all of those games is fantastic. I'm actually kind of mildly surprised that we didn't have Pandora's Tower in here at some point too, because that's got a good soundtrack.
Yeah, that one's good too. I still need to play that one. That's the one that I haven't played on the Operation Rainfall list, and I have it. It's right over there, so I just need to play it.
Yeah, get on that.
I know. Well, you got to get on playing Xenoblade.
I do, and Last Story.
Yeah, you do. Xenoblade is awesome. It's so good. I love the cast of characters, everything. It is so emotionally just like you are bolted into this game, like very early on. The stuff that happens, and this is like right around the tutorial, and it takes place during this really dramatic climax when Dunban fights the Mechon, which are like the bad guys in the game, so to speak. So it's super epic, really good tunes, and man, I just can't speak highly enough of this game. So good. we played music from it before.
We've played at least one track, possibly more. I've seen bits and pieces. I've not seen like a full gameplay of this game, which same with Last Story. Like I don't want to see a full gameplay. I want to actually play it. So the bits and pieces that I've seen, and the people that I know that have played it have all said the same thing. It is a fantastic game. It looks beautiful. I can't remember if I have all three. I know you do, but I know I've got Last Story. I believe I have Xenoblade Chronicles, and I'll have to check and see if I have Pandora's Tower when I get home at some point.
I don't have Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii anymore. I sold it when...
Well, because they re-released that game on a couple
on the Switch. It's on the Switch.
Okay.
I have the definitive edition on the Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, cool game. Yeah. What do you guys think about this?
I thought it was really, really good. I'm not really familiar with the series or the soundtrack at all, but it really grabbed me, and it's got like an emotional gravitas as well as being like really kind of a heavy rock song as well. So I think they were just kind of hitting all those notes really, really well.
And you got scared right before the end.
Got scared.
I got scared.
Yeah, it was a little. Yeah, the dynamic like drop towards I guess like 3/4 of the way through was really jarring. Like I sat up and took notice of it because the rest of it was so powerful.
And then it just kind of ends.
I'm kind of like an orchestra swell. And then it just kind of dives out.
Right. What about you, Nico?
Dives out of the Excite truck.
I pretty much agree all with the same. I am sorry that I've never played this series. I feel like I should at least play the first one for you, Mike, just so I can experience this series.
This is for you.
But of course, I've heard.
Say goodbye to 90 hours.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, I've heard the music on and off, especially through like Smash Brothers, of course.
Yeah.
And I've always liked what I heard, and I like this track. I mean, for a prologue theme, it makes sense the way it kind of starts from begin. It kind of just ends. Yeah, it's just like, and now you're off into the world of the Xenoblade.
Yes.
Time to chronicle. Isn't that what you have to do? You have to chronicle the Xenoblades?
Yeah. It's very time consuming.
Every time you meet one, you got to write it down.
Jot it down on your calendar.
Yep.
Make a chronicle.
And on the Wii, you actually had to point the Wiimote at the screen and then draw the letters on the paper.
No. This guy.
I mean, I would have believed you.
What about the composers on this one?
Yeah, so there are 6 composers, and they are all extremely prolific, so I'm going to keep this short by just picking 3 things per person.
Okay.
So, Yoko Shimomura, what more needs to be said? They did music on Final Fight in 1989 on the arcade, Radiant Historia in 2010, fantastic game, fantastic music, and most recently, composer on Pipistrello and The Cursed Yo-Yo in 2025. Tamori Kudo, first music credit here is for Xenoblade Chronicles in 2010 on the Wii. Going into the middle, more Xenoblade Chronicles, 2, 3, Definitive Edition, etc. in 2022 on the Nintendo Switch, we'll say. And their most recent thing is also from 2025. It's Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. They did a whole bunch of individual songs, mixing, and instruments. So, a lot of stuff on that. Next up, we have Hiroyo Yamanaka, started with music credit on Bomberman 64, The Second Attack in 1999 on the N64. And then we go to the middle and we'll pick up Code of Princess EX in 2018 on the Switch. And most recently, also Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time in 2025, arranging a whole bunch of other songs. Looks like they were credited as Chico, or I could be reading that wrong. Kenji Hiramatsu, music composer on Bomberman 64: The Second Attack, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3, Final Fantasy 15 episode Arden in 2019 on the PS4, and their last credit is actually for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on the Switch. Manami Kyoto started out doing music in Poke Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure in 2009 on the Wii, and then moved on to, again, all of the Xenoblade Chronicle games. Their most recent game, they were a guest composer for a couple of themes in Bow, Path of the Teal Lotus in 2024. And finally, Yasunori Mitsuda.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. There's another one I was going to say. It's going to
Chrono
take a while to get to the bottom of this list. Their first music credit here was for Chrono Trigger. They did sound effects on Final Fantasy V in 92 as well. Related, not really related, but I'm going to say it's related because of the letters and combination of letters used in the games Xenogears and Xenosaga. Which I believe there is a link. They're all in the same universe or something.
So.
They're just like thousands of years apart with Xenogears, Xenoblade, and Xenosaga.
Something like that.
It's in the Xeno universe, I imagine. They're going to follow it up with Xenomorph. Thexter Neo in 2009 on the PSP. And most recently...
Did some Mario Party games, too. Mario Party 1, 2, and 3.
They did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Valkyria Revolution, Soul Sacrifice, Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo DS, 3DS for the Wii U.
The latest game that they did was Sea of Stars, and we talked about that quite a bit.
Oh, right.
Yeah. They were a guest composer on that. They were also calling out original music composer for Theatrhythm Final Bar Line on a number of tracks that were used in that.
Yeah.
But yes, yes.
Now's the time when we pick our favorite tracks for the show. So, Nico, what's your favorite track on this one?
Oh, geez, I gotta go first. No, actually, I feel like because of just how much it brought me joy when we were listening to it. But I really do love that Kiki track, the BB Pro contest. It's just so... I love that just cutesy adorableness to that. You know, I'm a sucker for that, just like Kirby.
Good choice. Very good choice.
Good times.
I got to go with the Wii Shop music. No, I'm just kidding.
Thing.
I wouldn't blame you.
That was going to be my pick.
No, I mean, aside from the fantastic Wii Shop music, if that is going to be Michael Jordan out of the...
It's retired.
Yeah, no, I'll go with Tunas Flying Through the Sky. I really, really liked it. It was really fun.
I agree. That one actually surprised me, I think, the most out of any of these tracks. You know, I saw the name of the game and I saw the name of the track and I was just like, what is this? Like, Niko doesn't pick bad tracks, so I didn't expect it to be bad, but I was just like, what are we in for? And boy, were we in for a time.
That was my pick as well, the Wacky World of Sports.
Niko, you win the episode.
Yeah.
No way. Oh, y'all humble me. I swear.
Niko's always picking the jams.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. What was your favorite track? Leave a comment on our social medias. So we'd like to take a moment to thank our Patreon patrons, without whom this show's continued improvement would be impossible. They are Cam Worma, Rage Cage, Scott McElhone, Claire Myers, Brad Austin, Chris Murray, Zombie Mike, Nick Davis, Ryan McPherson, Red Hua, and Kitty Sparks.
If you would like to become a patron, you can sign up at patreon.com/XVGMradio. There you can see the different tiers as well. Just $1 gets you a thank you at the end of the show and access to our monthly live shows.
You can visit our website, XVGMradio.com, where you can listen to all the episodes and learn more about your hosts, as well as any of our guests or composers that we've had on the show.
If you'd like to reach out to us, you can always email us at xvgmradio@gmail.com.
If you've liked what you've heard, please consider giving us a review on iTunes.
You can join our Facebook group and chat with other VGM lovers at facebook.com/groups/xvgmradio, where we talk about everything from current game news to sharing awesome VGM tracks or just talking about the podcast itself.
You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handle on both of those sites is @XVGMradio.
If you don't have any other social media or just want to try something unique, check us out on our Discord group chat. Links will be in the show notes.
All right, so we're coming back in a month with episode 131, but before we get to that, we are going to be talking briefly about our After Dark episode.
Yeah.
Which is going to be in February.
Yes, on February 3rd, stay tuned or tune in or do something and join us for Star Fox R-Wing Odyssey. This is from Mike's collection. This is an arranged Star Fox 64 album.
Yep. It's by Ro Panaganti. We actually interviewed him about it.
Yeah.
At episode 98?
Yeah, it was a really fun episode, and I saw that in the list and was like, I know we did a regular episode about it, but I don't think we really just did a sit down and listen to that record. Plus, we only played 11 tracks, and I think there's more than that on the album. So.
I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're going to have a good time listening to that and just rocking out.
Yeah, it should be a good time. So join us on the 3rd of February for that, around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Justin's Twitch channel. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I will be back in 1 month with a Mr. Ed Wilson.
Yeah, we're going to be chatting about one composer, Mr. Shinji Hosoe, a.k.a. Sampling Master Mega. That's going to be a fun episode because he's got a ton of great music.
Lots of great
going
soundtracks.
all the way back to the NES, and he's still making music to this day. Mm-hmm. So we're going to visit a lot of Namco stuff, a lot of really cool techno and hard rock, and he's awesome. So I can't wait to visit his oeuvre.
Yeah, I'm excited. I know of Shinji Hosei, and I've never really done a deep dive on his soundtrack, so this will be really cool to really kind of sift through and be like, all right, what can I find that I'm really going to enjoy?
Good.
And I know I'm going to enjoy some great stuff.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we'll see you all for 1 month. This is Mike.
And Justin.
And Ed.
And Nico.
Signing off for XVGM Radio.
Bye.
What was your favorite track? Leave a comment on our social medias.
All right.
We're going to make some crazy money.
Wolfman Jack in the house.
All right. Are you ready? Here we go.
Yeah.